how people actually lived in colonial America. The night feels soft as we drift back in time to quiet homes made of wood and stone. In colonial America, life moved slowly with the sun and the seasons. Mornings began with pale light through small windows. Fires were stirred gently, and simple meals were shared in calm silence. Hands worked with care, shaping tools, mending cloth, and tending gardens close to the house. Days were steady and plain, shaped by routine and patience, with little need to hurry. Inside these homes, the air was warm and dim. Candles flickered softly, casting long shadows on rough walls. Families gathered close, speaking in low voices or resting in peaceful thought. Outside, fields waited quietly, and animals settled into the dark. Evenings were not loud or busy. They were moments of rest after honest labor. The world felt smaller then, held together by familiar paths, gentle habits, and the comfort of knowing what each day would bring. As night deepened, the land grew still. The sky stretched wide above the colonies, filled with slow-moving stars. Beds were simple, yet welcoming, and the body eased into rest without effort. Breath softened, muscles loosened. The sounds of the day faded, leaving only the hush of wind and distant night creatures. Time itself seemed to slow, wrapping everything in calm. And in that quiet, life drifted on, peaceful and untroubled, until the darkness held all things in gentle silence. The night continues its slow watch as we return again to those distant days. In colonial America, work and rest followed a gentle balance. Daily tasks were repeated with care, not rushed, not forced. Water was carried in steady steps. Bread was baked with warm patience. Clothes were worn many times, softened by use and time. Nothing was wasted. Everything had a place, and that quiet order brought a sense of ease to the mind. Community was felt in small, calm ways. Neighbors knew one another by voice and by habit. Help was offered without many words. Shared moments happened naturally, around a fire or along a quiet path. Stories were told slowly, without drama, shaped by memory and calm reflection. Laughter, when it came, was soft and brief. Most sounds faded early, as darkness settled in and the world prepared for rest once more. As the hours grew later, the colonies rested under the open sky. Lamps dimmed, voices lowered. The land breathed gently, as it always had. People lay still, listening to the simple sounds around them. The crackle of embers, the distant call of night birds. Thoughts drifted, unhurried and light. Nothing pressed forward. Nothing demanded attention. Time loosened its grip, and everything felt held in a quiet pause. In that steady calm, the night stretched on, smooth and unbroken, carrying all things softly onward into silence. The night feels even deeper now, like a soft blanket laid across the land. In colonial America, seasons shaped every thought and movement. Winter nights were long and hushed, with snow resting quietly against the doors. Summer evenings cooled slowly, carrying the gentle scent of earth and wood smoke. People learned to listen to nature closely, trusting its steady rhythm. There was comfort in this trust, a calm acceptance of change that asked for nothing more than patience. Homes settled into stillness as the hours passed. The fire sank into glowing embers, breathing a low, steady warmth. Shadows rested without movement. Outside, trees stood silently, their branches barely stirring. Inside, thoughts wandered softly, not clinging to worry or plans. Life felt simple in these moments, reduced to breath, warmth, and rest. The world did not rush forward. It waited, calm and untroubled, as if time itself had slowed to a quiet pause. Near the edge of night, everything seemed to float. The past and present blended into one gentle hush. Bodies rested easily, wrapped in familiar quiet. The land held its people with steady care, just as it always had. Sounds grew faint, then softer still. Even the darkness felt kind. And as the night stretched on, smooth and unbroken, the world remained calm and steady, drifting peacefully beneath the stars, until all that remained was silence, slow and comforting, resting softly in the dark. The night drifts onward, calm and unchanging, as life in colonial America settles into its deepest quiet. By this hour, the world feels wrapped in stillness. Tools rest where they were last placed. Doors are gently closed. The air inside the home is soft and familiar. Each breath moves slowly, rising and falling with ease. There is no pressure to think ahead. The day has passed, and tomorrow can wait without concern. Outside, the land rests in a wide, open calm. Fields lie dark and peaceful. Paths disappear into shadow. The sky above feels endless, holding steady stars that move almost without notice. People of that time found comfort in these sights, letting their thoughts drift as freely as the night air. There was no need to fill the silence. Quiet itself was enough, steady and reassuring, like a gentle hand laid across the world. As the hours continue to stretch, everything softens further. The body grows heavy in the most pleasant way. Muscles release their last tension. The mind slows, thoughts thinning into light, passing shapes. The faint sounds of the night blend together, becoming one smooth hush. Nothing asks for attention. Nothing interrupts the calm. Time moves quietly, barely felt. And in this peaceful pause, the world remains still and gentle, held in a deep, unbroken quiet that slowly fades into calm, lasting silence. The night has reached its quietest moment now, resting gently over the land of colonial America. Everything feels settled and complete. The hours no longer move forward, but simply drift. Inside the small wooden homes, warmth lingers softly in the air. Breath flows slow and easy. The world feels kind, familiar, and safe, as if nothing could disturb this peaceful pause. Outside, the stars remain calm and watchful. The land lies still beneath them, holding memories of simple days and gentle lives. No voices rise, no footsteps sound. Only the soft presence of night remains. Thoughts grow lighter, like mist, no longer forming words. The mind loosens its hold, floating quietly in the dark, supported by silence and steady calm. Now the night offers its final comfort. Everything that needed doing is already done. Everything that mattered has settled into place. The quiet wraps around you, slow and warm, easing all edges into smoothness. There is nothing to follow, nothing to remember, just this soft moment, stretching peacefully onward. The darkness feels gentle, almost tender, as it carries the world in stillness. And with the calm of the stars and the hush of the land, the night whispers softly good night.